Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to make this crochet Vietnamese flag, which I plan to make a bunch and make a lanyard. And I make them in two parts and they have to be sewn together. But yeah, let's get started. So in order to do this project, you will need two different colors of yarn. I have no affiliation with this brand, but this is the one I chose. This is an acrylic 5-ply. And it says here that it recommends a 4.5 to 5 millimeter hook. So I am actually using a 4 millimeter, which is also known as a 7. This is the same yarn, I just took the package off. You will also need scissors, a tapestry needle to sew, and I have this piece of cardboard with pins, which we'll use at the end to block it. Let's get started. Okay, so first we're gonna make the red rectangle for the flag. So we're gonna start with a slip knot. Put our needle in, tighten it up, and we are going to chain 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it will look like this. This is our foundation chain, and as you can see, it's about the same size, well, exactly the same size as the base of the flag. Now we are going to do a double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So look here, I'm not going into this, I'm going into the second one. Not here, yes, here. So to do a double crochet, I wrap first before I put it into the stitch. I wrap again, pull through 1. Now I have 3 on my hook. I wrap, pull through 2. Now I have 2 on my hook. I wrap and pull through the last 2. That's a double crochet. So I'm going to be double crocheting all the way across. So now I don't go into here. This is the stitch I just did. I go into the next stitch. And we will be doing double crochets all the way down. So a total of 20 double crochets. Now I recommend counting after each row. Some of the expert crocheters have given that advice, and I usually hate counting. But if you do want to save yourself some time at the end, if you end up with an awkward shape or too many or too few stitches, it's better to know each row as you go. So this is row 2, and you will be doing 20 double crochets. So I am not Vietnamese, so you might be wondering, why are you making a video for Vietnamese flag? There's an event coming up at my daughter's school, and I am helping the Vietnamese booth make some decorations because some flags are easier to come by than others. I also plan to make a video of how to make a Palestinian flag, because I feel like the world just needs more of those right now. All right, so when we get to the end of this row, it will look like this. And let's double count that we have 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lovely. Okay, so at the end of this row, we are going to chain 2. 1, 2. Then we're going to flip our work over. And I will now be working into both parts of the previous stitch. So instead of going in the middle of the V, no, I will go underneath both, yes. And I will no longer be skipping the first stitch. So I'm going to go right into here to start my first one. And again, we're going to do 20 across. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now the last one here I want to point out, because the last stitch always looks a little bit bumpy like this. So it feels like you're kind of going into the bottom, but it is correct. When you finish your stitch, it will pull up like that and leave you a nice edge. Again, chain 2 at the end. So now we have our foundation row and 2 other rows. We're going to keep going until we have 9 rows of double crochet to make it into a full rectangle. So we are just repeating that double crochet all the way across until you have a total of 9 rows of double crochet. And believe it or not, you are already going to have the base layer of your flag. It's pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just looking at this Vietnamese flag is making me kind of hungry, even though I have already eaten. I just love, 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 love Vietnamese food. It's perhaps my favorite food. I could eat that every day. And I unfortunately have never been to Vietnam, but even here in South Korea, there are many Vietnamese restaurants, so I'm fortunate to be able to eat that food. And I've only ever met wonderful Vietnamese people in my life, so I am happy to help others with how to make this flag, even though it is not my own country's flag. Although I was talking and I wasn't keeping track, so let's count again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good. Okay, on to the next row. Now, instead of fast forwarding, I'm just going to keep chatting and going so that you can actually get an idea of how long it takes to make each one of these flags. Could video edit and skip ahead, but then it will be difficult for you to calculate how long it will take you to actually make this project. So from start to finish, I'm going to do the whole thing with you. And you can also start with a larger foundation row and do more rows of double crochet to make bigger flags. let's take a look at how it's looking so far. So we have 4 rows here. Starting row 5. Oh, I forget the word for that. When you like watching or listening to the repeated sounds or motions. What's that called? It's kind of therapeutic to just do the same stitch over and over and over again. I might start speeding up a bit so that I can finish it up here. I am not a professional crocheter, but I have been doing this hobby for about 35 years of my life, so I am quite experienced. I'm going to count out this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, chain 2, flip it around, keep going. I had actually originally bought this red yarn for some Christmas projects. Oh, sorry, I almost bumped my camera over there. So it's quite a great color. You can use it for so many different things. In fact, now that I'm doing this and talking about it, I kind of want to adventure into a Canadian flag. Although that maple leaf is tricky. I wonder if a red version of the star might be able to be stretched out into a maple leaf. Let me know what you think in the comments if that might be an idea. And oh no, if you hear in the background, that sound is the sound of my laundry machine finishing. You might hear that in the background of many of my videos because I am often doing laundry as the mom of a little swimmer. I'm always washing her swim stuff. Okay, let's see how many rows we have there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more rows to go. And we're just under 15 minutes. So again, this project does not take very long. And if I wasn't so chatty, it might go even faster. And truthfully, when I crochet, I usually hold my work a little bit closer to my body, but I have the camera here in the way, which makes me kind of have to pause after each stitch. we get to the star, it is a little bit more complicated. This red rectangle is basically just one stitch, double crochet all the way, and of course the foundation chains, but once you get that stitch under control, then you can do it quite simply. All right, I am on the very last row of my rectangle. Should we count it out? I'm on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, oh my goodness, 2 more, 19, and 20. Okay, so we're not going to do 2 chains at the very end of the 9th row. Double check I have 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. I am going to cut my string, leave a little bit of a tail, pull it through. I'm going to attach my tapestry yarn, and I am going to weave in my ends. So it's attached there, and to weave in the ends, I usually go through one way, and then back through the opposite way, skipping the first one, and then repeat. Sorry, I'm not even holding it in front of the camera. So through one way, and then back through that same way, skipping the first one, then cut off the edge. Okay, so the rectangle is complete. Now, if you notice, my example one here is a lot more rectangle-y looking, and that is because I blocked it. So what I do is I take, I guess we might as well weave in this other end, the starting edge, starting string. But I take a piece of cardboard just from a recycled box, or if you actually have a proper sponge board or something you can use, and some sewing pins, and I'm just going to stretch it out, pin it in, and later I'm going to spray it with water and leave it overnight so that it will be stretched into a nice solid shape and be less wobbly and foldy on the edges. So this is how I keep the shape of a lot of projects so that they stay like a nice proper rectangle. But I just keep my pins in the edge of the cardboard box here so I don't always poke myself with them. Okay, part 1 finished. And it took less than 20 minutes. I mean, if you're not as chatty as me, I'm sure you can do it in 15. And now it's time to make this lovely little star. Okay, so the star, we're gonna switch over to our yellow yarn. And we are going to start with a magic loop, magic ring, sorry. The magic circle, magic ring is done in many ways. You can do it like this and chain one to make it. Or these days, I'm seeing a lot of people making their magic loops by making a slip knot and then going through this part of the slip knot and chaining one from there. Oh no, I'm not showing you that way. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up myself. Making a slip knot and then going through this part of the slip knot and chaining one, and then you have your magic loop here on the side. Aha, there we go. Okay, but I'm going to go from this way. This is what I'm more comfortable with. And we're going to make a magic ring, chain one. Now inside the magic ring, we're going to make a puff stitch. So to make a puff stitch, you're going to wrap your needle, go into your magic ring, wrap it, pull up. You're going to wrap it, go in again, wrap it, pull up. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my needle. I'm gonna do it one last time, wrap it, go in, wrap it, pull up. I now have 7 on my needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to wrap and pull through all 7 at once. And it is going to make me a lovely little puff stitch. So I'll show you that one more time. So we start with one chain, wrap, go inside, wrap, pull up, wrap inside, wrap, pull up, wrap inside, wrap, pull up, then pull through all 7. Ooh, make sure you get them all. So you're gonna have this little puff stitch. At the end, we're gonna chain 2, and then we're gonna repeat. And this is tricky, so I'm gonna one last time start from the very beginning. Magic ring, chain 1. And I apologize, I'm restarting because I keep not looking through where I'm filming, so I wanna make sure you can actually see this. Puff stitch, chain 2. We're going to do another puff stitch. And chain 2. We're going to repeat that till we have a total of 5 puff stitches in our magic ring. After each puff stitch, chain 2. You can pull your end one if your magic ring starts getting too fat. Do a check. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like we have 5 points on our star, we're gonna have 5. And when we pull it tight, it's gonna be looking like this. This is the very center row. Oh, and I almost knocked my camera over. Apologize again. There we go. All right, now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that first puff. So just put the hook right in, yarn over, and pull through. Now we can pull the one in the bottom, and we have our first row. The second row is going to start with 2 chains, and we're going to be working in this same stitch. So in this same stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So it's a bit tricky to see, but it's on top of the puff, so the hole is a little bit bigger. So we're going to here. That's 1 double crochet. We're going to do 1 more double crochet. Then we're going to chain 1 and do 3 double crochets. This is all in that same stitch. you finish, it will look like this. Now, I'm going to slip stitch into the next top of the puff of the next puff. Now in this puff, I'm going to be doing 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and 3 double crochets. So I start with double crochet, 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3, chain 1, double crochet 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3. It's starting to look like this. And we are now doing this part of the star. Okay, and moving on, we're going to be doing this in each puff. So double crochet 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3, chain 1, 3 more double crochets, slip into the next puff, double crochet 1, double crochet 2. Apologize for my camera's focusing. So when I move too close to it, that's what happens. Okay, and into the last puff, same thing, 3 double crochets. One chain, 3 more double crochets. Now to finish the row, I'm going to slip stitch into the first double crochet that I did here, to the top of it. And we're on the final row now, so it looks like this so far. It's like a little flower. Now we're going to make it a little pointier, so it's more like a star. So the final row starts with 1 chain, and we're going to be working in the chain spaces. So we're working kind of where the puffs are. So here you can see here a little bit better in the chain spaces between the groups of 6, there'll be a space, and we're going to be working in those spaces here. Okay, so in this chain space, we are going to start with a half double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, we're going to chain 2, then we're going to reverse it, 2 double crochets, and a half double crochet. You see we start getting that little point here. Now we are going to chain 1 and slip stitch into the very last one of that group of 6. And now we're going to be working in the next chain space, and we're going to do the same pattern, starting with a half double crochet, then 2 double crochets, then 2 chains, 2 double crochets, and a half double crochet. Chain 1, slip stitch into this last double crochet of the next bundle right before the space, and go into the space with the half double crochet, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, a half double crochet, 1 chain, Oh, it's starting to look more like a star. And into the last one here. So here we're going to be working in this chain space, half double crochet, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, half double crochet, chain 1. Now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into that last, do a slip stitch. And how many points do I have on my star? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be my last one we're working on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half double crochet, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, half double crochet, chain 1, and slip stitch into the very last one there. Let's take a peek at how our star is looking. Because I was so chatty, I want to make sure I was paying attention. Ah, it is good. But I see that I connected it here into the end. So there we go. That looks better. And we have a star. All right, so now to finish her off, we are going to cut the string, pull the loop, and weave in the ends, same as we did for the red rectangle. So all you have to do is attach your tapestry needle. And I mean, these yellow stars would work great also for Christmas ornaments, or even a star applique for something, because they're very cute, just as a yellow star in themselves. So these are easier to weave the ends in, because through the back here we have these longer stitches that you can just go back and forth through. I always joke that in every single crochet project is going to be one of my hairs. I apologize for the gifts I've given. I tie it back while I work, but there seems to always get one in there that I have to pull out. So this middle one I pull tight before I weave in the ends. Go through this way, back through again. All right, so now, again, you can see the difference between my example one and the one we just made. So the difference is this one I have blocked. I have stretched it out and pinned it so that it makes that nice star shape. So I'm just gonna pin it in here. I'm going to spray it with some water, leave it overnight, and it will maintain a nice shape after that. And we're almost done. So if you look at the time, 30 minutes, you can make one of these beautiful Vietnamese flag, crochet Vietnamese flags. And you can string them all together with just a single crochet. Maybe I'll try to make another video of doing that when we make it. But thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting.